Hi everyone, Sonia here, and you're watching Pouring with Sonia. And I have a 12 by 24. I've been making really complicated like floral arrangements lately, and I just want to do something fun. Still a nice different kind of layout, but maybe a little bit less demanding as far as how I'm going to lay things out. So I'm still going to have some fun with this. I'm going to do a floral pour because I can't seem to stop doing those. I'm going to do a split pillow. I have here Sherwin Williams Color to Go Anchors Away. I don't want a really, really thick layer of pillow paint, so I'm going to lay this down. And then I'm going to spin it out over the edges and we'll go from there. Or pull it out of the edges. I'm not sure which yet. And then I have from Walmart the ColorSpace Antique White. Alright, so let's do this. Kind of fun to have split base. All right, now let's get that down. All right, so let's start with, I'm going to put just a little more here, I kind of want the two to not fight against one another. Okay. And I think I'll just start by tipping first. A little this way, a little that way. Off here, maybe off the edges. And then maybe spin a little. And we'll see where we go from there. All right, let me just spin a little, because again, I don't want a really thick pillow. I just kind of want to, well, I'm definitely going to have to grab this and just bring it up this way. This is kind of boring, I know, but if you're doing this, these kind of flower blooms where you're doing multiple blooms and you're not being as abstract, like you're creating something a little different, and you definitely want to keep it a little thin. You want to know how much base to have on there. And this just kind of helps if you see the process. So I hope that you'll try it. The the queen of this is Charmin Khan of Milky Way Productions. So I'm sure you probably already follow her, but if you don't, you should definitely check her out. She is exquisite. Her pours are all exquisite. And she has this really calm energy about her. Unlike me, I have kind of a giggly, although not with these. I don't talk very much when I'm doing these. I'm just too involved and inundated. But you know what? I think I'm just about done with my flowers. And I might go back to some different types of pours because I kind of miss them. I've been doing blooms for so long that I kind of miss my, I don't know, a good ring pour, a good swipe. All right, so I wiped off the blue. Let me grab some of this and bring it down this way. All right, get this over the edges. And then I will spin some more. Now that I got it over the edges. And you guys, If you've watched me at all in the past, you know that I usually use my hands for this. So look, I'm off to a good start. I haven't even used my hands yet. But this painting's very early. I'm sure I'm going to lean over and lean into the painting. Oops, see, look at that. All right, okay, let's just go back. Okay, and so it begins. All right, let's just do a little spin and get some of that off. Pull up my little plastic sheeting here so it doesn't spray on me. So I'm going to get a little bit excited with it, a little bit fast. I didn't really get it off up this way, did it? One more big spin. And then we will begin. All right. Alrighty then. So the idea is to do multiple leaves, multiple blooms. The color, now normally I do asparagus, I'm going to do like a green gold, and I think today I'm going to do some kind of blue-green. So what I've mixed up is, I love Southern Ocean blue. It's like a kind of a nice little aqua teal. I'll put that down first. Then I have this little Piggy tail feather that I mixed with this little Piggy blue eyes, just to lighten it ever so slightly. And I wanted to make that a little bluer because I also have emerald, and I didn't want them to be too similar. So I have that. Then I have lily pad. Then I have emerald. These three were this little Piggies. And then I have ore, which is this little Piggy. So I'm not really sure where I'm going to go with this, but let's start with, say, one here. Let me think about this for a second, for crying out loud. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then I can have flowers in between. Maybe I'll do one there and one there. Okay, so I'll kind of do that over here as well. I'm not usually too matchy-matchy, but it might be kind of nice. I think right now for the initial planning stages, I need to be a little bit matchy-matchy. Okay. Now, so leaf going this way, leaf going that way, leaf going this way, leaf going that way. I'm not really sure how many I'll need, so let's do one here. And then we'll do one here. And then we'll do one here. All right. And so it has been decided. For better or worse. All right. Southern Ocean blue. Now we're going to put down my tail feather, mixed with the blue eyes for some beautiful shimmery goodness. So I always go very green with my leaves, but I don't know. I love some of the leaves that are kind of a bluish green. I also love the leaves that are almost a reddish green, but I'm not sure how to work that one out yet. So we're doing this today. Okay, one more. These take a long time, so I know I'm really sorry. I'm going to do some more different types of pours that don't take so long. But first of all, I'm doing multiple blooms and then I'm embellishing them all. So, all right. So there's the tail feather. Then I'm going to go in with the lily pad. Let's start brightening it up and bringing in some green hues. Okay, Lily. Lily. Oops, let's get a little bit more of you there. Lily. Lily. I know I don't need to keep repeating that. It's so... You know, I'm the type of person that I'm probably better in a crowd than I am one-on-one because I don't like those, I call them uncomfortable silences. I feel like I need to fill the silence. So that was me just saying, lily pad, lily pad, lily pad, lily pad. You don't need to hear that. You know it's lily pad. But I felt compelled to speak. That's my social awkwardness for sure. All right. One more color before the beautiful gold. So now we have emerald. I remember when I was first, I don't forget what pour I was doing, but I was asking if anyone knew of a great pigment for evil sorceress green. And people were like, evil sorceress green, and this is it. Do you know what I mean? Like that, you know, the sorceress that turns into a dragon or that turns into like a big serpent. And she's that beautiful, shiny, shimmery, seductive green. That's this. That's what I think of with this emerald. It's fantastic. So. Oh no, I dripped. Let's try not to drip, Sonia. I dripped again. It's on my cup or finger or something somewhere. And I keep my cup there to keep it from dripping so that I can put my stick into the cup, and then my cup was dripping. So now I've got to clean that up. Dang it. All right, so there's my blues and greens. Now, I definitely don't want this here, so let's try and get that picked up. Just kind of suction it up a little. I don't necessarily think those will matter, these two, because I'm going to be blowing, but there. All right, now let's try not to drip and be a little bit neater with the ore, which is this little piggy. Boy, these puddles are getting kind of big. I think I put down a lot. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. You get a little carried away. I can't be the only one that gets a little carried away. But these are probably going to be bigger than I want. So I'm going to have to really focus when I go to do my blooms, my flowers. So I still have a lot of colors with those too, not to get carried away. And yet I probably will. And you'll witness it. All right, there's the colors laid down. Let's start blowing. Well, let's put the cell activator on, and then we'll start blowing. Now, so I just have a little black cell activator in my little, I knew it. Oh no, my pen, my push pin to clear this out. Uh-oh. I might have to climb up on my chair, pause you, and find my push pin. Because nothing's coming out of this right now. And I always think I'm 100% ready. All right, I'm going to pause you, and I will be right back when my thing is unclogged. Okay, found it. It's not a push pin, it was a straight pin, and it had fallen on the ground. So I'm going to start with this one and put some black cell activator here and start blowing. This way and blow across this way. Why do I feel like my hair's falling down? I've got a headband on. This way a little bit. Resituating my headband. There we go. I could definitely feel my hair falling down. And there's a lot more blowing to do with this. Okay, last of these. All right. So now, let's start playing a little bit. I think what I want to do here is go big. Okay, all right, let's think. So what I'm gonna have go this way, and this one go like so. I'm just trying to plan out my initial designs here. And these are probably going to be covered up with flowers anyway, so who knows? All right, I got my initial frilliness done. Let's spin just a little bit. Okay, so having done that, I'm gonna just kind of create some flourishes here to create the idea of a leaf instead of a flower. I don't think I even want to wipe my skewer, I want some of these beautiful colors to kind of trail. I call them stowaways. Okay. Let's think about this way. Okay, and then we'll come in here. Now for this one, I definitely want to wipe my skewer because I don't want to add a design there. Well, those are kind of pretty. Let's do the same thing here for the rest of them. Let me think. So I'm going to grab this and kind of, so what I'm doing is kind of finding the line where I created my little curlicue and just kind of following it into there. Okay, and now I think I'll grab some of this blue. And really, I didn't used to add the gold, but I love what it adds to the leaves and to the flowers. Okay, so now let's do this one. I pretty much do the same thing for each one. I do wish, I was hopeful that a little more of the light green would have shown through, but you know, I should have put that like closer to the top if that's what I wanted. Anything kind of in the middle, it does get a little bit lost. So I knew better. I have some of it though, especially on the outside, which is kind of fun because it's adding like little highlights. Puppy, what are you eating? Oh, you just laying down? Okay, so now I'm going to grab here. So what do you think? Do you like the blues in with the leaves, or should I stick with my normal greens? Kind of fun for a change. No, I'm not going to wipe. I'm going to let that stowaway get on there because I think they're pretty. All right. 2 more leaves and then we'll throw in our flowers. So let's see. I started this way, didn't I? So let's come in here. Just seems a little weird, this one. Now I'm going to do the same thing here, only now I'm going to wipe my skewer. Kind of a weird leaf, but it's okay. It is okay. And I'm just going to say that leaf's going in front of that one. One more little spin. Not trying to spin fast, not trying to spin stuff off. Just kind of settle it a little. Okay. So now maybe 1, 2. Gosh, maybe I'll have to put a flower there and there, right? Because it may be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. So the colors I have for my flowers. I have a tube paint by JoSonja called Purple Matter. And this little Piggy watermelon. It's this beautiful, fun, pinkish red. I have a Vermillion by JoSonja. Golden Peach, this little Piggy. Just to give it that light. And then one of my favorites, Grenache. And of course, the Golden Ore. Okay, so I said I'm going to need one here. I'm going to need one here. I'm going to need one here. Stop dripping. I think maybe 2 here, but I'm going to do one here, and then we'll see. And one here, and then we'll see. Because I also didn't have my leaf go all the way over there, so, and I've already flourished them, which I probably, oh well, whatever, we'll see. All right, I'm going to leave this handy because I might need it. So that's the Purple Matter. Now we're going to go in with the watermelon. Stop drizzling. A nice little contrast. So kind of a purpley red, a pinkish red. And I love red and orange together. Okay, let's start with those 5. I know I'm going to need more. I'm just not sure where. Okay. So now a little bit of Vermillion, just to break up all the red. I haven't even gotten red yet. I know I'm going to have red. Saving the best for last. I'm trying to go a little easy here, and it's a little hard to control how much paint. Just want to let it drizzle off my stick. And sometimes it just gets drizzling and just keeps drizzling and drizzling and drizzling. So now a little Golden Peach for a little bit of light shimmer. But again, we're getting kind of the idea of the pinks, purples, oranges, and reds playing together. Okay, last color before the gold is going to be my Grenache. Typically the color you put on the bottom, well, I don't know so with these, because Stop that. On the big blooms, when you're really blowing it and then spinning it and tilting it, that color on the bottom has a chance to really come out. I'm not sure how much that does here. So the color on the top is going to be the primary color. On a regular bloom, where you're tilting and spinning and carrying on, stretching all of that paint out. See, I'm not really stretching any of this out. Very little. So I think the top color is the most important, which is gold, but the red's just underneath it. All right, now we're going to do the gold, just a little, because I'm in love with it, with that effect. And that, with the gold, is from Sherwin. I love the way that gold makes everything look so elegant. You know, like fanciful. Like the good old days paintings of flowers and things. All right, there's my little puddles. Let's put the cell activator down and then start blowing and see what we come up with. I don't know, hopefully something pretty. Okay. I'm really holding my apron because I tend to lean over in these. Well, those colors are pretty. All right. Let me see. I think I'm going to start blowing it this way. So I'm going to move this back just a little bit. It's very hot up here and I feel like I'm about to drip sweat into my paintings, and that's not a good feeling. think you want to go just a little bit more right here. So I'm really just trying to get a nice shape, a nice round shape. I think I'm really liking that watermelon brightening things up, and the purple matter. Okay, we'll start this way. Now, what do you think? Where else should I have more flowers? Maybe another one here and here, and maybe one going off edge because I have the edges there. I don't know. But I do feel like that's a little bit hollow. So let's put one right here. Stop. And one right here. Kind of fill in between those two flowers. And then do I feel like I need to have it going off the edge? Let's see how it looks first. Okay. Yes, let's. Okay, then I had what? I think the orange was next. It just came poking through, just a little bit here and there. And then the golden peach. And then, my poor husband's so sick right now. I've been doing a lot of painting these last couple weeks because I was sick. And then, so I was home, working from home, and then filling my spare time with painting. And then he's sick, and I love him and everything, but I don't want to go into the room with him for hours on end. So I can either binge watch Netflix or I can paint. And I've been doing a little bit of both, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so now let's see if we can't, so I think I'm gonna start by like blowing it in this direction because I really want to fill that in for sure. So I'll pull this forward. Okay. I'll come back and finish that. I'm literally like dripping sweat, trying to catch it before it falls on my painting. The struggle is real. All right, so I'm going to start by going in this direction towards my flowers. Okay. I'm just kind of zhuzhing the flower shapes themselves now. So before I start playing around with this, let me move these. I don't like how little red I have here. Looks like I'm going to be doing a lot of zhuzhing. So I'm just going to lay some red around here and maybe some of that watermelon. I'm not really sure. Just want a little more color there. Okay. Or maybe it's the purple matter. I know the purple matter can get really bossy, so I'm just trying to be really light with that. Guess I was just blowing too far down, straight down. All right, let's see about just blowing some of that color over. And I wonder if I shouldn't use one of my little tools since I'm blowing straight down. My goal here is not to get more cells. I better turn that around. It's just to fill in the colors where I felt like they got a little faded. Fixes one problem, creates another. Well, that's still going to be there, so that's just the way that is. And try not to drag my little tool into the paint. These flowers are a hot mess. All right, now let me move my paints and I'm gonna give it a little spin. Not a crazy spin, but definitely a little spin. good. I kind of got the leaves off the edges anyways. So now let's start thinking about defining some of these petals. All right, let's try and make some magic. Let's try and make something out of nothing here. Okay. Let's bring this in. And normally I add my little multiple petals. I just love the way that looks, but I usually start with this and see if I like the way these flowers look before I do that. And I think I will just make a little center. All right. Can't really do that there. Oh, let me do my little center here. All right. The flowers are kind of pretty though. Maybe I'll just leave them without making big daisy type things. And so I'm just kind of following with where I was blowing and created some natural kind of contours anyways. I'm just trying to make sure I don't drop, you know, on the way out. Okay. Okay, well, I think that's pretty. And I think I'll stop there. I don't need anything over here. Let's come down for a close-up, but now I'm gonna have to climb up on this chair, which is half broken. So if you hear me scream and you hear a thud, it's me falling off my broken chair. All right. Hold. Hopefully I don't turn it off. Half the time I turn it off when I hit a button. And if you stuck with me for an hour, you want to see a close-up. Oh, look. Dear, dear, dear. Let's get that blue there. Okay. I had a little white showing over here, so I just want to touch that up real quick. All right. So here's my kind of blue-green leaves. I usually do much more green, but I think they're kind of cool. And my flowers that I really had to add a lot of color back to because I made them so white because I blew them out weird. But you can really just about save anything just with the skewer strokes and adding a little more color, because it's just abstract. I'm not trying to be super real. So if you make a mistake and you're like, oh darn, I blew down too far, hopefully if you're watching this, you'll give it a try and just be like, oh, I can just add more color, blow it out, and even if it doesn't look perfect, that's okay, because I'm gonna destroy it anyways with some skewers. So there it is. I do think it's kind of pretty. I definitely think it's pretty. So I like the purple madder with the watermelon and the Grenache. The orange doesn't show too much, but there's a little bit of it, like out here. You get that vermilion right on the edges with a little bit of the golden peach, just adding some highlights, so it's kind of pretty. I like this color combination. I think I'd do it again. So hopefully, reading from left to right. I don't know if I would put the blue on the top, bottom or top. Let's see. There it is in that orientation. Now what if I spin it around? Do you like it better with the blue on the bottom? I think I might like it better with the blue on the bottom and the white on the top. Because I kind of like that one big flower in the middle on the top. That's what I like. So let me know what orientation you like. And I hope that you've enjoyed this. And until we meet again, have fun painting, everyone. Bye now.